Hi, my name is Nick. I'm a Scholastic Outreach representative with ALCOSAN. I'm here to do a fun activity that you can do at home as well. It's called Colorful Convection Currents, and it centers around the process of convection, which is heat transfer through movement of liquids or gases. And today we're going to be demonstrating it using liquids. And you're going to need a couple of things to start off this activity. You will need a clear container such as this. It will be filled with water. You want to leave about an inch of space at the top. It doesn't need to be completely full. Next, you'll need 5 identically sized cups, preferably pretty sturdy and able to hold hot water. Only one of them will need to hold hot water, but again, it's nice to ensure that it is able to do so. Next, you will be needing red food coloring and blue food coloring, and the openings of each should be wide enough to fit our next required item, which is a pipette. 2 preferably works best. If you only have 1, you can rinse them out in between usages just to make sure we're not cross-contaminating any colors, okay? After you filled your container, you're going to fill the pipette up about a pinky fingernail length of red food coloring, and that's gonna be placed directly in the center of this container. Preferably wiping it before you put it in so it doesn't start spreading all throughout the water. So again, give it a nice wipe on the outside to make sure it doesn't spread around the water when you place it in. You want to place it all the way directly to the bottom. Slowly dispense about a quarter-sized puddle of red food coloring. It doesn't have to be perfect. And whenever you're done, you can just set that aside on top of a paper towel. And then I'm going to grab my second pipette. The second pipette here is going to get our blue food coloring. Now we're going to be putting the blue food coloring in 2 different areas. About an index finger length away to the right and the left. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to wipe off any additional food dye. So whenever I submerge it, it doesn't spread out. It'll rest on the bottom. So again, about an index finger to the right, about a quarter-sized puddle again on the bottom, and then do the same on the other side. Again, doesn't have to be perfect, about the size of a quarter. Right now, the water is about room temperature, and notice that the food coloring is more dense than the water, so it is sitting at the bottom of the container. I will be introducing some hot water into this container here. Notice how the other cups are upside down to support the container, but this one will be right side up. This water is pretty hot, and I'm going to introduce that right into the center by sliding it underneath right below where the red food coloring is. Now this takes some time, but this is gonna start to simulate convection. So that liquid is gonna be heated up, and whenever particles reach a certain temperature and they start to be heated up, they will start to rise above cooler particles. So when that water heats up, it'll be simulated by the red coloring rising, and the blue coloring on the sides will simulate the cold air or water that rushes in to fill that space. Creates a cyclical pattern that you'll see moving quite slowly. And again, this is the process of convection, because as the hot water rises, it moves away from the heat source, it'll cool down. And when it cools, it'll cause it to slowly drop back down. And the cold water that rushes in goes closer to the heat source, that'll start to heat up and cause it to rise. So this is causing movement just from the heat energy that is coming off of this cup. Thank you for joining us for another School by Science. There's more School by Science activities if you want to visit www.alcosan.org to do some more activities with us at home. Thank you so much.